A 3-year cycle ends today. All that you've learned, all of your skills, all that you have accomplished. You use all of these tools at your disposal to create a new earth. A 3-year cycle ends today, chosen one. I could reflect on my life. I could go back to 2020. And I could remember Christmas Day of 2020 and how dark it was. And everyone was sad and angry on this Christmas. And it was very dark. And a lot of people had depression on that day. And it was really the first time that we kind of realized that something is off, and a lot of our souls have been reaching out for something more. But we put a lot of emphasis on certain societal structures on this day. And when you think about the past 3 years, how much has changed, how much I've learned, the skills that I've developed, how much I've grown, and how much I've accomplished over the past 3 years. I could think about today, and I'm in a totally different place. I'm in a totally different reality. I'm on the brand new timeline. You use your tools at your disposal. It's no big deal today. When I think about how 2020 and this season and how it played out and the energy that was at the time, and even 2021, if I reflect, was even worse. 22 was just an illusion. And here we are, once again. A 3-year cycle closes today because you have learned your lessons, you have grown, and you have evolved. By not giving into the beast of this holiday season, we have held the frequency for a period of time. Hang on till the end of this message, and everything will be crystal clear. The distractions, the ways that we kind of lose our frequency during this season, don't fall for it. And you haven't fell for it this year. You know, when you think about it, just like a fighter, you go into isolation, chosen one, and you train. And when I think about my journey, by not giving in to the beast system, not giving into this programming of this holiday season, you didn't fall for it. I trained, I ate right, and I stayed focused in isolation, just like every great fighter does before the big fight. Sit still, and let go. Because the importance of now is causing a great change. You will create ripples. By going against societal expectations, by going against societal norms, by not falling for it once again. Today, even though maybe your family that is still alive might not understand you, and your family that is watching you from above, you are breaking generational curses today. You break generational curses today. If you could do something that nobody else could do, would you do it? Or would you be fearful? And we go through this cycle, we go through seasons and cycles, and every single time, something might come up to deter you. and then we go for another spin. But a 3-year cycle ends today. You could write it in the comments as well. You break generational curses today. Think about it. Think about your family, because your family, they're counting on you, chosen one. Your family is counting on you. Your lineage is counting on you. They're watching you and they're cheering you on. Your whole family lineage is counting on you, chosen one. God doesn't care that it's Christmas. No. He cares about you, chosen one. You didn't come here to fit into society. You came here to stand out. You came here to do things. You came here to accomplish things that nobody else could do. And stay focused on this, and don't lose yourself during this time period. There is an illusion. You might have fell for it in the past. And this time period is about something very powerful. Hit the like button if you're here, whether you're live or on the replay, because people need to hear this message. And then through realization, you put things into perspective, which I'm here to put forward for all of you today, right now, as a 3-year cycle ends today. 3 years. Took 3 years. And you're saying, oh boy. This season, there is a distraction that's out there, a false matrix reality. There is only one thing that matters right now, and that is the light of Christ. Reality is an illusion, the Maya. Stay focused, chosen one, and then you will get the answer of the importance of right now. Reality is an illusion, the Maya, the cosmic illusion where the material world is perceived as real, masking the true, unchanging reality of Brahman, the ultimate reality. The Maya, and some of you know about the Maya, it is rooted in the material world. And what do they want you to stay focused on right now, light warriors? They want you to stay focused on the material, where you need to be focused on the light. You need to be focused on the energetic realm. Are you focused on the material, or are you focused on the energy, which is Christ? The material world, they want you anchored in it. And that's how they keep you in the Maya, the illusion. And we might have fallen for it because we strive for these things that maybe are not part of our calling during this time period. Many people during this time period, they might feel in isolation, they might feel lonely, they might feel depressed, they might feel like they don't fit in, because you cannot be what you're not. You cannot walk around like a sheep when you were born to be a lion. Oh, it's time to roar, kid. You cannot walk around like a sheep when you were born to be a lion. Generational curses are broken today. A 3-year cycle that you went through ends today. I want you to reflect on your life and think about this holiday season and go back to 2020 and really reflect hard on it. And was that a hard season for you? And now, as we go through the cycle, and things might have gotten even worse during this season, because God is giving you a little nudge, a little tappy tap. Pay attention, God says. Pay attention. Pay attention to what is real. A lot of people are not paying attention. It's the currency of the universe. People are not paying attention to what's important. What feeds your soul? Answer questions with your heart, not your brain. The Sacred Heart will guide you through turbulent times, and you will attract your authentic reality to you. You don't have to chase after it. Stay still, light warrior. Stay still. Today, stay still and let go. I appreciate everyone that is supporting today. I'm staying focused. Thank you so much. Reality, that illusion, no longer is part of your everyday life. There are no presents today. No presents. There are no material presents today. When I reflect on my life, when I reflect on the 3-year cycle that I complete today, that chosen one, you complete this 3-year cycle today. There are no physical presents that feed your soul. There's no physical present material that feeds your soul. Getting up in the rising and doing what I love to do feeds my soul. Sitting here before all of you, sharing this frequency with you, that is my present, a gift of God. There is no miracle today. You might have woken up today and you say, well, where's my miracle? And you say, God, where is my miracle? Why wasn't there a miracle, God? There's no miracle. There's no miracle showing up at your door today. And there's a reason for this, chosen one. There's a reason for this. Because God actually loves you unconditionally. And then when you sit with it, as a mentor taught me years ago, you will sit here today and you realize that you are the miracle. Write it in the comments. I am the miracle. I taught you a long time ago, not only do you have faith in God, but God has faith in you. And you could give a person a fish. Here's a material gift. You could give a person a fish and they eat for a day. But if you teach a person how to fish, you eat for a lifetime. And that's why this year we have all strengthened our connection to God, and the light of Christ resonates within our DNA. Because you are the miracle, and because God is counting on you, because through free will, everyday life people change the world. Once again, everyday life people change the world. You need to go directly to the source. When you go directly to the source, you start to learn, because no man, no flesh will be able to tell you the answer, because it is not in the material. Look, stop. Wait a minute. Stop. Look at what's out there in this season. It is the inverted matrix. This is a season to be focused on the source energy, not to be focused on the material. When you stay focused, like a laser beam, you start to make these changes slowly, day by day. It is the season to pay attention. The material world, the Maya. Many people, when you hold the frequency for a sustained period of time, that illusionary world dissipates before your very eyes. You will never see this if you do not sit in calm. That's why there are distractions. When you look out in the world, are there distractions everywhere you go? Look at me, look at this, oh my God. Ah, ah. But when you sit there in quiet, when you sit there with God and you have a personal relationship with God, do you have a personal relationship with God? Once you have achieved that Maya, that illusionary, that material begins to fade. Because guess what? You can't take any of these things with you. And I shared this with you a long time ago. You will enter this world alone and you will leave this world alone. So the only relationship that matters is the relationship you have with yourself. And that is the power of I am. Strengthen your relationship with God and strengthen your relationship, the connection to your higher self. It actually is the same thing. It's the same thing. And today we stayed focused. We never lost ourselves. And every person that's getting this message, and if it resonates with you and you could write a comment on this video today and help each other out in the comments as well. Read the comments because we're all in this together. A 3-year cycle is ending. I know you're sitting there and you're saying, well, why is everything going away? Why am I in isolation? Why? God holds you in isolation so that you could learn yourself, so that you could fine-tune your skills. And then that need for anything else dissipates. It goes away. And you don't have to rely on things that you used to rely on. You don't live the way that you used to live. I want you to go in your mind. Go in your mind. It's a time machine. Just go in your mind. Go in your mind. I want you to go back to 2020. I want you to think about that holiday season. I want you to think about where you were in your life, in your everyday life, back when this 3-year cycle began. And think about your reactions. Don't react, respond now. We are responding to this matrix world, a fake illusion, the Maya. Where were you in 2020? And I guarantee you, chosen one, if you put the work in, you are in a totally different place, physically, mentally, and spiritually today than you were 3 years ago. The 3-year cycle ends today. And you had to go through this so that you could activate your true power. The true power lies inside of you. It's not outside of you. It's inside. Don't go outside. Stay inside. It's true. Don't go outside. Stay inside. You can't find that answer that you're looking for outside. You have to go within. Who's in there? You'll find God. In the universe, there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength, and inspiration. And the connecting core is known as the sacred heart. Today we activate the light of Christ. We do things not because they are easy, but because they are hard. When you do the easy thing, when you bow down and you just fit into the matrix reality, you've lost your power. Today we bring our power back. And you have to do things. God doesn't care. God doesn't care it's Christmas. God doesn't care it's your birthday. God doesn't care it's whatever. There is only the power of now, and it is showing up every single day. And I've created this to show people that this is where the power lies. When I started this channel, this community, I built it. That first step, it's all about one. It's all about taking the one. It's not about everything. It's about the one. You are the one. And when I made my very first step, my first video that I put out, I did that on my birthday. I didn't care it was my birthday. I used the energy of that day to put something out to the universe. Today, on this Christmas day, we don't sit around waiting for a miracle. We realize today. Look at the answer. You will find it in the accountability mirror. And you realize that I am the miracle. Within you, you have the ability to alter timelines, create new realities, jump to a totally different dimension, rewrite your story, rewrite the story for others, leave a legacy. Legacies last the test of time. It's the energy that we put into the ether. The physical will dissipate over time, but the legendary stories last forever. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die. Follow your heart. You'll be all right, kid. I know it's a tough time. We're all in this together. You're a chosen one. You didn't come here to fit in. In this time period, it's all about you standing out. I stayed focused. I put in the work. I had the inexhaustible belief. I showed up every single day. And I held the frequency for a sustained period of time. And by constantly focusing on this energy, putting it out to the universe, into the ether, the entire reality changes. Every decision that you make, every choice that you make is changing the reality. That's why I told you a long time ago, the only thing that you need to do is simply exist. I know it's hard during this time. Simply exist. I applied what my father taught me. The work, the focus, the drive, the resiliency. Today, we changed the reality. A 3-year cycle ends today. The light of Christ is here. The work is done. It always will be. And so it is. I appreciate all of you. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this year. I enjoyed this season. I enjoyed this experience. And I'm grateful that each and every one of you have been here the whole time. Perseverance brings the change, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a very special time. It's a very special day, season. But here we are. Trying to catch up, but it's too gone. I appreciate everyone today. Ronnie, I saw you before. I appreciate you very much, Ronnie. But as we see, we have to hold that frequency, and then you could bring out the best in yourself. If you do not hold the frequency, if you get distracted, that's why this season there's so many distractions. And there's no longer lack. There's abundance. Australian, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone being here. Hit the like button. We'll get this message out to everyone. And listen, there's societal expectations. There's people that don't understand. And especially in our community, and there's no right or wrong to this. I've shared this many times. Whatever level you're on, this community is for all people. And you could even help others in the comments as well. You might have people that have an understanding that you came here. You are the only one that will break generational curses for your family. And we do this today on this very powerful day. The true day. It's about Christ. It's not about the material. It's not about the presence. It's about the vocation. Yeah. It's about the vocation. You want to leave a legacy. You have this drive. That's what activates God mode. You just go right into God mode. And that's what it's about. Be still. Sit still. I know. I'm sure you feel it. You're shaking. Oh, I got to do this. And then you just oh wow, I could just sit still. When you sit still, that's where the magic happens. Yeah. The answers are inside of you. You can't go to a guru. Here we're becoming self-empowered here. I appreciate you being here. And if this message resonates with you, hit that like button and share this message. Collectively, if everyone that's getting this, if it resonates, if you share this message today, that's where the power lies. You see, for years, I didn't have to have fancy things. I didn't have to hire a fancy crew. I didn't have to, do all the bells and whistles and all of the fancy editing and all that stuff. Hashtag no filters, kid. I didn't have to do all these things. All I had to do was put my faith in people, in everyday life people. And as we constantly move forward, we're going to see what lasts the test of time. The illusion fades when you show up every single day. Absolutely. I know, Astro Dog. I know. Yeah. A lot of people are ready. Listen, it's a shock to the system when you start to peel off the Maya. The Maya is the illusionary world. Eastern and Western cultures, things are the same. And that's what we do in this channel in a community. We bring people together from all different backgrounds. Maybe you know certain things. This is about the content of character here. The East speak about, maybe the illusionary world, the Maya. Modern society maybe talks about the simulation theory. But isn't it the same? Let us know in the comments. Are we in a simulation, or are we in the Maya, the illusionary world? It's an illusion. Pierre Broccoli, thank you so much. You're number one. I appreciate you, Pierre. Pierre writes, be the lighthouse. Absolutely. The lighthouse doesn't have to run out to the boats. The lighthouse just stands there. That's what I'll do today. I just need to exist. I need to just be. Just be. It was a tremendous song years ago as well. Just be. Just be. You could write it in the comments. Just be. That's all you got to do. I know, Mama, we are all creating. We're creating alternate realities. Simulations. Listen. That's why there could be a lot of confusion, especially during this time period. They want to anchor you into the physical during this time period. But all you need to do is be still, go within, find the answers. Because once you find the answers, listen, I hold the standard of authenticity. I wasn't perfect. I had to do a lot of growing. And God gave me the tools through situations that allowed me to overcome these things so that I could become the best version of myself. I am in a totally different place now than I was 3 years ago. You could be in the same exact situation that you were 3 years ago, and it is a totally different situation today than it was 3 years ago. Does that resonate with you? Leave a comment. You might say, you know what? Hey, this guy's great. You're in the same situation that you were 3 years ago today. And everything that you went through the cycle, everything that you went through, even though you could be in a similar situation, you are a master of the universe. Yeah. You're a master of the universe. Same but different. Yes, Doberman. Same but different. It's different, Doberman, because you did the work over the past 3 years. If you sit there and wait for, when you realize you're gonna wake up today, you're gonna say, but there was no Christmas miracle. God loves you. God wants you to figure out the power that you have inside of you so that you will be able to do it yourself. If that resonates with you, hit that like button so that others can hear this today. If you could do something that nobody else could do, would you do it? Or would you be fearful? I had to see these things through firsthand experience. Life is about trial and error. I appreciate you, Joe. You're my brother. I appreciate you. And that's why I show up every day. You know, I'm so overwhelmed by some of the comments that you guys have left over the past few days. Practice what you preach, son. That's why I showed up every single day during the season. I didn't lose sight. I stayed focused all the way through. You have to stay focused at this time because the illusion, the Maya, will fade, but authenticity will last the test of time. It's true. And it's just the drive that you get, and you know that we're all in the same boat together. So if we're getting the stormy weather, we're rocking and rolling right now. We're rocking and rolling, and you will realize that we all go through this together. We're on the ship together. We have the turbulence. If you're on it, we're in the turbulence together. We're in the rocky water. We're in uncharted waters together. Listen, life ain't nothing but a party, kid. So start having fun. And if you can't find anyone to have fun with, then have fun with God. It's true. Have some self-respect. Have self-respect during this season. When you start to apply these things to your journey, all of a sudden the illusion has no power over you. There's no power over you anymore, kid. It's finished. That illusion has no power. And I know a lot of people fall for this, especially during the season. Oh, the band's back together, baby. I love you, Bay Area. Love you. If you're watching on the replay, please hit the subscribe button. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time. We show up every day. And you went through these trials and tribulations, especially during the season. Oh, well, you know, why does it have to be harder for me, God? Is that you? Do you ever catch yourself? Right? Why is it harder for me? Because you're in training. We're staying focused like never before. Stay focused. The light of Christ is inside of you. Whether you are with God, or whether you are maybe in a room full of people today and you might feel alone, even with 100 people in the room, because that's something clicks. And that's where that answer is, that when it clicks and you say to yourself that there's something off with this reality. I don't belong here. Of course. You don't fit in, of course, because you came here to stand out. You came here to change things. And I'm grateful for all of my lessons over the past 3 years. Oh, it's so hard. Why is it hard? Because just like when you go to the gym and you add additional weight and you press against this additional weight, you're building stronger muscles. You could start flexing in the chat, right? You're building stronger muscles. You add extra weight to build stronger muscles. God is adding extra weight to your spiritual muscles so that you become the person that you came here to be. That's where the power lies. I love each and every one of you. Merry Christ Mass. This is Christ's Mass, right? This was about Christ. This was about the presence of God. This was about learning who you are this year. Some people will live 99 years and they might never know who they truthfully are. Be still and learn who you are this year. Stop waiting for more time to pass. We know that linear time is fake. We know all these things, but you have one shot at this particular journey. Make the most of it. Hannah, thank you so much, Hannah. I love you very much, Hannah. Hannah writes, be means in Hebrew in me. So you master life when you're being yourself. Happiness attracts love and light. Just be. Absolutely. Just be. Just be yourself. That's what I do. Just be yourself. If people don't like it, you don't need them. You don't need them. Just be yourself, and that's how we attract who we are. When you're looking across the table, you want to see who you are. You don't want to say, well, I better pretend to be this. Oh, no. We came here to be the highest version of ourselves, and the highest version of yourself is being authentic. You have to embrace it today. Embrace it. Embrace the I am presence today. Who are you? Embrace it. You can't put a Band-Aid on some of these things. If you're tuned in, if you made it this far into the message, you are a chosen one. And you have an understanding, we can't put Band-Aids on this society right now. It has to be totally revamped. And you have to become the change that you want to see in the world. Can't wait for other people. Don't have to participate any longer. You're like, oh, thank God I don't have to participate any longer. I don't have to do it anymore. You don't have to do these things anymore. And there's such a relief, there's such a calm that comes over you when you realize I don't have to participate any longer. Yeah. All you have to do is be. I love each and every one of you. Merry Christmas to you. Enjoy this season for what it's worth. The season is about lighting the light of Christ. That's what it's about, kid. It's about embracing who you are. It's not about presents. It's not about destroying a beautiful tree and throwing it in your house. It's not about these things. It's about your light. Maybe grow a tree instead. Maybe that's what we should be doing. It's unbelievable, the backwards things in this world. Be yourself. Be authentic. Merry Christmas. I love you all. It was my honor to do this. It was my honor to be myself this year, this season. It was my honor to leave a legacy. It was my honor to leave something that people could look at and say, okay, now we have tangible evidence of this. The hand of God is here now, and we are about to witness a massive shift for our everyday lives. I love you all. We'll be back on tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern. We're here every single day. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to this. I love you all. Never stop. Never give in. And no matter what comes your way, just keep going. I love you all.